Interest rates going up, Federal Reserve's going up in the US, things are all on the up. Hey guys, Justin Pickett back with you for another video. This one I wanted to talk to you about lending being tightened up. So interest rates going up, Federal Reserve's going up in the US, inflation's come out 6.1% for this year, things are all on the up. So obviously not in a good way if you're looking to borrow money to a degree, and some people are starting to panic, but just wanted to kind of deep dive, I suppose, what the lenders are doing at the moment in order to kind of combat this. So if we were looking at our lending about 12 months ago, you'd be able to borrow a lot more than what you could at this point in time. So obviously when we were going through COVID, things were going down, we wanted to stimulate the economy, interest rates were going down, and obviously people were spending up, quite big and getting addicted, I suppose, to the 1-2% interest rates. At the moment, we're sitting back at kind of that 4%, I suppose the 1 and 2% days of interest rates are gone. 3% very rare now, you're kind of sitting in that 4 to 5% depending on what type of loan you're looking at. So yeah, obviously things are definitely on their way up, but if you've been able to capitalise during that time, get yourself some good property or lock into a fixed rate, obviously good on you. So certainly, hold that position, but obviously we just need to see how we go through this time with what we're seeing in the market. So inflation's obviously a big one. If you're on kind of $50,000 before and you've probably really felt it now that obviously the cost of fuel, groceries, everything like that is going up, that's obviously now affecting your lending parameters, because what the banks have now done is they've actually now increased their living expenses. So if they said you were spending $1,500 a month, that was their minimum benchmark, that's now probably jumped to $1,600, $1,700, obviously to cover for inflation there. So with interest rates going up, and then also that living metric also going up too, that means it's a lease that you can borrow as well. We previously had a buffer of only 2.5% about kind of 12, 24 months ago. So when you were buying a property, and the rate was 3%, there was only a buffer of say 2.5% at 5.5%. That buffer has now been lifted to 3%. So every time you apply for a loan, and let's say you're getting a loan at 3.5%, the banks have to put a 3% buffer onto that. So that's obviously increased that buffer, and then also the actual rate itself has increased too. So now that we're in the 4% category, plus, let's say you're getting a loan for 4% on, $500,000, plus now the buffer is 3% instead of 2.5, and now your living expense metric has also gone up as well. All these things are really tightening up lending at this point in time. So these things are obviously something to be aware of. Obviously having a look at your budgets and those type of things is going to be very important. But again, obviously we can navigate through these lenders if things are a bit tight or we need to kind of stretch our lending as far as we can. We certainly can do that, but we certainly are seeing things getting a bit tighter. What that does mean though is that we have seen that some people are starting to probably panic sell, want to get out of the market, those type of things. So you may see that more stock is coming back onto the market. So if you have been able to capitalise, get some equity, any of those type of things, and you're still in a good financial position, there might be some good opportunities for you to seize that. So it's not necessarily all bad. It's just obviously something we've got to get through at the moment, and we'll see how far this inflation and everything that kind of happens around the world goes. But yeah, it's certainly an interesting time. If you need to review your finances, we've got to have a chat, look at some options. Certainly feel free to give me and the team a call. I'd be more than happy to help you. Cheers.